On behalf of Andhra Chamber of Commerce, Telangana State Chapter, the Institute of Management Consultants of India, IMCA Hyderabad Chapter, we extend our warm welcome to this interactive session on building harmonious relationships. Now, may I request Sri N. Pardasarathi, Honorary Advisor on Foreign Trade, Andhra Chamber of Commerce, come to the dais, please. Respected guest speaker, Dr. Alaparthi Sudarshan Kumar Garu, come on to the dais, please. May I request Dr. A.R. Arishi, Chairman IMCA Hyderabad Chapter, to come to the dais, please.
Good evening all. Respected guest speaker Dr. Alaparthi Sudarshan Kumar, Dr. J.S. Giri, Chairman, Andhra Chamber of Commerce, Telangana Chapter, and Dr. A.R. Aryasri, Chairman, IMCA Hyderabad Chapter, distinguished invitees, ladies and gentlemen. I deem it a privilege and pleasure to extend to you all a hearty welcome to this evening for the presentation on Building Harmonious Relationships, organized by the Chamber in association with the Institute of Management Consultants of India, Hyderabad, for the benefit of the chapter members, exporters and importers. I extend my hearty welcome to Dr. Alaparthi Sudarshan Kumar, who has kindly consented to be the guest speaker and address our members. Andhra Chamber of Commerce is a 95-year-old organization having its presence in 3 states, namely Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh and Telangana. Friends, relationships are fundamental. They are also the secret of high productivity, wellness, long-term win-win relationships and prosperity. They hold the same meaning for different contexts, whether it is business, service or in our personal lives. A harmonious relationship is one in which two people are able to connect on a deeper level, share common goals and interests and operate in sync with one another. When both partners work together to create a positive long-term environment that is fulfilling and enriching for each person, they are said to be in harmonious relationship. Harmonious relationships are viewed as meaningful relationships. This type of relationship is built on mutual respect, empathy and understanding. It requires both partners to be fully invested and committed to the success of the relationship. A harmonious relationship is not without its challenges, but it is characterized by a strong foundation of trust, communication and shared sense of purpose. In a harmonious relationship, both partners are able to express their thoughts and feelings openly and honestly without fear of judgment or rejection. This creates a safe space for both partners to grow and learn from each other. Additionally, a harmonious relationship is one in which both partners are able to maintain their individuality while still being part of a team. This means that each partner is able to pursue their own interests and goals while also supporting their partners in their activities. There are several key elements that are essential to building and maintaining a harmonious relationship. These include communication, trust and honesty, conflict resolution, cultivating emotional intimacy, maintaining individuality, work-life balance, forgiveness, mutual support and quality time. Our respected speaker will throw more details on building harmonious relationships. The title says it is not the relationship, it is the harmonious relationship which is the need of the hour. Any advocates in the audience, in the gathering? Probably you might be appreciating the way the relationships are breaking these days, ma'am. With these words, I will welcome you all once again to this interactive session, Building Harmonious Relationships. May I request Dr. A.R. Aryasri, Chairman, IMC Hyderabad, to introduce our guest speaker.
So thank you very much, sir, for giving the context, for setting the tone and tenor for the context for this wonderful topic. You know, we always consider that business is nothing but functional areas of business, functional areas of management. I have products, I have processes, I have functional areas like HR, finance, marketing, okay, logistics, supply chain, technology. I know everything and I have all these things. But most of the things, why people do not progress is because they do not maintain good relations, harmonious relationships. So sir has already given the entire spectrum of that. I don't want to cover anything about that because speaker is going to give you a detailed insight into about this. But I would like to give a brief introduction about the speaker. Before I speak about the speaker, I would like to tell one or two sentences about our IMCI, Institute of Management Consultants of India. Institute of Management Consultants of India is a 50-year-old organization where we have only management consultants and also organizations who are members there. And our objective is to identify the pain points of the companies or business organizations and give suggestions. We have 30 management consultants in Hyderabad itself registered with us. There are many who are not registered. And in India, we have 1,200 members strong base. So this is affiliated to International Council of Management Consulting Institutes, New York, where 48 countries have their management consulting chapters affiliated to it. 48 countries. In other words, if you take a membership here, you can also have talked, you can, if you've gone to New York, you can get in touch with people there, like that. Your reach will be seamless. So thank you very much for, I really thank Andhra Chamber of Commerce for giving us wonderful audience, wonderful support. They are giving us the opportunity to deliver good lectures on topics which are very, very critical to the business. Now coming to speaker, Dr. Alapati Sudarshan Kumar sir is our illustrious member of IMCA, and he is a renowned corporate productivity and HR consultant and trainer with around 4.5 decades of experience in the field. Dr. Kumar is specialized in productivity and behavioral sciences and got his honorary doctorate from California Public University, US, in specific area that is organizational behavior and human resource development. In addition to having a sting of academic qualifications and exposure to global HR practices, Dr. Kumar is certified HR auditor, lead assessor of quality and environmental systems. As a hardcore HR and productivity consultant and a passionate trainer, Dr. Kumar is associated with many progressive organizations in India, covering all sectors of economy in enhancing their organizational performance and productivity. As HR consultant, UNIDO expert, UNIDO expert and HR technical expert of Asian Productivity Council, APO, Tokyo, Japan, Dr. Kumar has traveled to many countries like Yugoslavia, Japan, Taiwan, Indonesia, Muscat, Riyadh, Fiji, Sri Lanka, many more countries. Dr. Kumar is, as an APO expert, APO means Asian Productivity Council organization, APO expert on CRM, customer relations management, service innovation and assessing HR effectiveness, trained people from APO member countries in the Asia Pacific region. Dr. Kumar is a visiting faculty to many corporate training institutes like banks, public and private organizations, government organizations, research and academic institutions.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening, sir. Yes. Nice to be here this evening. I think everybody can understand Telugu also. Any problem in between? No, it's okay, fine. Yes. Here, before even starting, actually, I would like to say thanks to Dr. R.S. R.S. is, just 1 minute only. Basically, he was the former director of management studies of Jawaharlal Nehru Technological University and very renowned. So many PhDs under him, and almost you can say any country you check up, his student will be in a high profile and that sort of a personality. Nice to be having such a person as a friend, philosopher, guide and guru to me, and we have been very closely associated, and having him as a part of my associate in the IMCI. And the other one is Andhra Chamber of Commerce, with whom we have collaborated in doing this program. And because of that we are here. Particularly when a topic has to be suggested for the gathering which is attending this Chamber of Commerce. Unlike an industry, because if you are going to a manufacturing industry, going to service industry, you will be having a specific topic, whether it is related to a change management and interpersonal or a group dynamics or a conflict resolution, motivation, many things blah blah and all, but that is related to the process and people and issues related to that specific industries. But whereas when we are having such a heterogeneous group here, having from various backgrounds, and here may be from academic institutions, some may be from the trade, some may be the students, some may be the freelancers, some are from the banking industry, like that. I was thinking that what to do and what sort of an area which should be useful even we are spending an hour or so. It has to give some insight into them and useful, particularly in this post-COVID era. Then thought about working on that and especially work out a small module on building human relations. And this aspect, I think everybody knows how hectic the lives have gone, even earlier also, but more so after the post-COVID. And adding to that, particularly working from home, people used to complain in the house, you are not available to the family. But after 3 years are over, the scene is changed. So why you are not going to the office? Huh? That sort of a scenario started, and there the relationship process started. It has led to many of the result is you have come out with many of the counselors, many of the mentors today, who were not there earlier, there was no necessity earlier. That's what has come today. So that shows the gravity of the issue which is going on. People do not have time, mechanical life. So in that, actually there is a concept called life management. In that, you can say it is a season 1 and episode 1. We can call it as like that. We thought we'll bring out certain issues which are related to. So my basic intention is when we go through, I put it as an interactive session. It is because this is an issue. It has to be interactive. It is not a storytelling by a faculty or actually what I feel is when you hear these, any of the faculty's biodata and got a four decades of an experience and here and there, so many countries visited, fine then. But at the end of that, my experience is around 30 years or so. But here we are having around how many people today? Around maybe 30 people? Please be talkative. Anything you talk, it is fine for me. Yes. 30 people, 40 people? 30 people you take. 30 people in average, even 20 years of an experience, it is nearly around 600 years of an experience is available here. So, 600 years of an exposure to the society, 600 years of an learning through the life. That is, I am not telling your academic qualifications and all it is. And you have grown from the childhood. Leave the first 5 years, no problem it is. But the remaining period you are exposed to society and you are continuously exposed and learning the things. No. So every person's experience is a unique experience. So that means you are having around 60 years of learning. Yesterday in Kaunmaniga Karorpati, I don't know how many people see that. Yesterday when I think the present incumbent, when he was talking, he said he got a habit of going through the movies, but in every movie what he sees, he used to note down one quote. One quote which is really useful to the life. Even Amitabh Bachchan said, it is a great this thing and you are really supporting our film paternity, it is. So very rarely people look that, people only comment on that. So their learning experience. So that's where I would like to say, there is a saying, more and more you know, more and more you know, then only you know how little you know. No? That's what it is. So then that's what the learning starts always it is. So what I feel is an interactive mode when we are going to deal today, and let us exchange the notes and share our experiences at a particular point, not deviating from the topic it is. So that's it.
Collective knowledge and wisdom. That's what you are indirectly referring. 30 people into their age is a collective knowledge come wisdom.
There is something to learn from that.
Something to learn.
Sir, one thing is sure. Here we are having a quite senior person from the banking industry who has spent his life in the banking and also spent his life with the families and life. And he has gained some experience. Like the gentleman told, there is something to learn from each film. There is something to learn from each one's experience. So here, one guarantee I will tell you, at the end of the 1 hour, I will definitely take something from you people, but what you take, depending upon you, what you take from me. That's what it is. So let us go with a pleasant mode of mode and learning mode. Yes. Once there is one Shishya has gone to the Guru and asked, Sir, what is interesting, most interesting, is it the journey or destination? Any reply? Journey? Both. Very diplomatic. Very good. Yes. Journey or destination. So Guruji looked at him and smiled for a while and said, both are wrong. Both are wrong. Yes. He said, the company with whom you take the journey and reach the destination. The company with whom you travel the whole journey. The company can be your spouse, the company can be your child, company can be your sister, your mother, your boss, your subordinate, your colleague, your customer, anybody can be. With whom you are traveling, the particular mode or period, particular period, maybe your colleague, your teacher, when you are in the school. So these people, now you tell me, with whom you travel all these years at a different point of time, the quality of life and learning and maturity depends on that company, yes, no. Yes. That adds value to and that leads you to the direction in which probably it also has helped the destination which you are today, that also might have contributed something value to that. Whether it is positive or negative, we do not know. But that has added value to that. It is. So that means the company is a relationship process. It is. What sort of a relationship you are having with these levels, and so this becomes a crucial aspect for us to learn from each. That means there is need to be an openness for the person to look at others from a point of view of a learning point. Most of the times we don't look for learning. Most of the time we only would like to give it. So that's what makes the difference. So learning, the openness for learning. Actually most of the time it is not learning, most of the time it is unlearning. It is. Unlearning is most important because many times we hear, don't tell me, I have been listening, I have been working for 20 years. No, my life I have spent in that. My life you have spent knowing the wrong thing maybe, which nobody has corrected. But the question is whether you have may be relevant at a particular point of time, may be relevant for the last 20 years, may not be relevant today after the COVID. The digitalization was not there, you are expert in your process management. After digitalization, there is somebody else who is expert in that, but you are not. The question is the relevance of that particular time of life is more important. For that it is. Unlearn to learn. But we never agree to unlearn because our learning is perfect. No? So that's what is the concept and the mode in which it stops learning, it stops the attaching to the people, it starts relating to the people. There are many platforms to use the jugglery. Let us not get into that. Yes, sir. No. So let us come back to that. So there is no need to emphasize the need for maintaining because the strenuous relationships are strenuous, the quality of life changes.
No, the reason is later I thought, actually it was a shock for me. So further I didn't proceed because I didn't have the guts to proceed. I waited for my floor to come and I got out. So then I was thinking why she has, probably their parents might have told with the new people, don't answer. Don't answer. Everybody goes through that. And suddenly even my granddaughter talks to me today and immediately on the phone, at least she tells, hi Tata. But many of the times people tell grandpa, no? Grandpa. The more recent one is in the brother and sister, bro. Bro, crow, we don't know. What does it mean? The question is, can you really say the love and affection reflected and connected in the relationship when you call somebody as mama, amma, tata, chelli, anna? No? These are the things when you call, actually the connectivity is already established there. And which is not there, mom, dad. No? And the slang language in the WhatsApp today, I think many of the times we are foreigners to that. Many of the things they get more comfortable, but we will not be able to follow the script which they put in the WhatsApp. Actually, the intention is also that we should not follow. No, that's what maybe the reason we do not know. That's what the connectivity. So the connectivity is concerned. The relationship itself says it is to be connected, but the thing is, the connectivity aspect has gone. So, what is to be the learning is try to maintain that connectivity, bring in that sort of a culture, because that is the base of a culture in building up a relationship in the family. That's what the connectivity has to be focused. The learning points from the experiences. So, the relationships are, so we'll move a little faster because in this, we would like to cover some of the aspects which are related because the time frame is there. Relationships mainly, they strain and anybody can say we got 100% harmonious relationships. Harmonious relationships between us. I mean, anybody, whether you take a spouse or a father-son or a father-daughter, mother, children, brother, sister, any relationship, can you say, do you have a 100% harmonious relationship or a good relationship? All through? All through?
Not all.
All through I added. All through I added. Conditions are clear. I think that in small letters. Okay. Fine. Okay. The reason is, now, so can you tell me, if two people has to have a good relationship, I mean, who are closely associated in the family or in the working environment. Actually, basically, I define two major relationships. One is a social relationship, one is a work relationship. Whereas the work relationship, it is between you, your boss, subordinate, and colleagues, and so on. So that is a relationship. Actually, many of the times, you look at the work relationship and also the family relationship, the most fundamental point is you don't have any choice in establishing the relationship. You don't have a choice. Your father is a father, your mother is a mother. Once you are joined in an organization, somebody becomes a boss, somebody becomes a subordinate. You cannot tell, sir, I don't like his face, I don't want him as a boss. No, sorry, sir. You have to accept. Boss also cannot say, sir, boss is boss. That is always in the house also. Yes. So, that you don't have a choice. When you don't have a choice, then you have to understand that and behave accordingly, but we don't. We don't accept it that we don't have a choice. You think that you have all the choice, but which is a wrong conception that leads to strain of the relationship process. That is one point. No. Can anybody tell, just give a thought for 1 or 2 minutes and tell how to establish a good relationship between two people. I'm not talking about a spouses or anything. To establish good relationship between two people, what are the essential factors? And just give a thought and talk to me. Huh?
Support and care.
Support.
Trust.
Please speak from the back. Sharing, excellent. Belief, forgiving, madam told. Understanding the need. Honesty, okay. Honesty, sincerity, loyalty. Yeah. What else? Huh? Likes and dislikes. Yes? Mindset. Mindset. What do you mean by that?
Their parameters and other party.
Some sort of a wavelength. Wavelength out of it. Okay.
Saving in the common area applicable to both of them equally, not cross the common area and enter into the other's domain and spoil the relationship.
Sir, it is like a NGO. It is like a government GO. Because at the end, again, you do not know what is it. So, not like that. Okay. What do you mean is, just a minute, sir. Yes, sir.
Do not find fault till you don't find fault with the other person.
Accepting and convincing.
Accepting and convincing it is. Do you think still it is possible? How old you are married? How long? Very good. So, the experiences are different. The question is, basically, when you are talking about a relationship process, as somebody said, only one word if you want to define a relationship, but which is a very complicated, looks simple, is a good understanding. A simple word, which is generally we can say cover everything it covers. Fine. But most of the time what happens is, the word of an understanding doesn't define what is to be understood. What is to be understood? That's where the problem is. That's where the problem is. The understood. What should be understood? What should be understood by each one about the other? That's what is more important. Here you say again, so what sort of a people with what temperaments will go comfortably? Hot and cool. Oh, then you want to make a cocktail. Yes.
No, sir. Sometimes I'm angry. If the other person is also getting angry,
Yes.
will spoil the scene.
So opposite temperaments, you mean? According to you, I am not telling. Opposite temperaments is one character where people can be quite comfortable. So people should have same likings. No, not at all possible. That's what it is. No. Yes. Then, no, people, what do they expect to be comfortable relationship? What is an expectation of a person, a single person, from the other to be comfortable in relationship? I want him to have the same liking. Yes or no, to be. When a boss is telling something, he wants a subordinate to say, no sir, what do you mean? Why you are talking like that? No? Can any subordinate tell? No. Even though it is true. Same condition in the house also. Only I am not telling which gender. No? Yes. Maybe one of them is. Okay. Temporary. That is the periodic statement. Okay. Fine. So question is, here, there are expectations. The most of the time, the problem in building the relationship is the two factors they say, the expectations and comparisons. There are two characters which are very, very essential for us to make a note mentally. So expectations, how? What is expectation from other person? And it is not met, then you are disappointed. Comparisons. Comparison is the basic factor for today's havoc happening in the business increase in the market for all items. Actually, if you see yourself the last 10 years or 15 years, your own families, what was the luxuries at a point of time have become necessities of the day. Yes or no? Yes.
1000%.
The necessities today. Actually, yesterday, my children have gone for a vacation to Jaipur. Yesterday I was speaking to them. They were in one of the star hotels. He said, Jaipur you have gone, just go and see. So many things are there. No Hawa Mahal and so many things are there. My granddaughter tells, it is very hot, Tata, outside. That means she wants to be comfortable inside the room. Forget about that visit. In the schools, international schools, when I was asking whether do you play Coco, or a volleyball or throw ball, who will play that? That is all in the outside, sunny. So what you are doing then? The basic things which are supposed to be, and you are not getting exposed comfort, and with the basic comfort of an AC, the freeze and everything has become a normal, and adding to that Amazon, no, Disney Hotstar, OTT, no, everything has come, your life is entirely changed, and your comparisons have changed. Comparisons started coming, where that is there where we are, where that is where we are. The moment you start comparison, the relationship strains. It's not possible for us. That means within the limits, what is capable, what is no admissible to you has to be accepted, but that is not. The question is, so when there are certain parameters on which where the understanding has to be more focused. So kindly have a look. There are likes and dislikes. There are sentiments. There are superstitions. There are temperaments. There are beliefs, attitudes, values. So many things are there. These are the things kindly remember, because when we are telling about an understanding, most of the time we don't go for any of these, or one of them, maybe two of them, maybe most of them, we do not understand. That means there are many families where the lady may be cooking the non-veg, but she will not take the non-veg, because it is for others. The most of the time when the children are coming, immediately, even though the lady is around 40 years or 50 years, when she goes to the home, she will become a child to the mother. And when mother is asking, what do you want? What, mommy, you are asking me? Telsu kada, mommy. కాఫీ ఇస్తావా మమ్మీ అంటే నువ్వు చేసుకుంటావు కదరా, నువ్వు చేసినట్టు ఉండదుగా మమ్మీ. The taste adds through affection. It is not only the milk and the coffee powder and sugar that makes lot of difference, whether scientifically proved or not. But for every child, daughter or son, the parents, their mother's hand food is delicious always. That has to be agreed. That is satisfaction level I am talking. The respect has to be given to that. The respect has to be given. When we are talking about likes and dislikes, that means it can be different. So what is to be understood in the relationship process for a harmonious relations? The beautiful example is many of our marital lives. Because the two people come after nearly spending 20 years of a life with their parents in a different atmosphere, different religion, different cultures, different environment altogether, different value systems, when they start living, you can see some of them adjust in a very short period of time, some of them take a longer period of time, some of them never take it. It is because still after a period of time, it takes time to understand and accept the differences. Actually, understand and accept the differences is the clue of the relationship process. Understand. If some of the person goes for this thing for purchasing anything, then he knows what saree she likes when you purchase. When somebody is asking for a curry and all in the house, the mother will be telling, no, daddy won't like this. So this sort of an understanding of likes and dislikes, that means you still can have a differences. Still you can have a differences, which is natural. You cannot say, I have to become you and you have to become me. It is impossible in life. And with these expectations, you continue to live, you continue to be separate. It's not possible. The moment you understand that it has to be, the entire life is a pattern of compromise, pattern of adjustment. It is not, you are not doing for anybody else. It is for you. The moment you understand what is others' temperament. When, a beautiful example is, when one of the employee who got a very nice boss, he has gone to the office, morning to evening he got a left and right firing. Morning to evening, continuous firing he got. So at the end of the day, poor chap, so he will be in a very pleasant mood. When he goes home, a small kid waiting for the daddy comes running and tell daddy chocolate. So what chocolate daddy can give? That is accumulated over a period of time, and that fellow comes running because the child doesn't know. When he comes to the father running and asking for a chocolate, that fellow tells, you want chocolate? He gives a big chocolate. The question starts then, the mummy says, no? The entire drama happens very frequently. No? So, what she does to compromise the factor? What she will tell? డాడీ ఇప్పుడే కదమ్మా ఆఫీస్ నుంచి వచ్చారు, బాగా అలసిపోయి ఉంటారు కదా, తిట్లు తిని ఉండాలి, అది చెప్పదు కదా, అలసిపోయి ఉంటారు కదా డాడీ, కాస్త రెస్ట్ తీసుకొని అమ్మా తర్వాత రావచ్చు కదా అని చెప్పి పిల్లోని తీసుకొని పక్కకి వెళ్ళిపోతాం. ఇఫ్ దట్ అండర్స్టాండ్ లేకుండా ఎందుకు పిల్లోడి మీద అరుస్తావు, రివర్స్ గేర్లో వెళ్ళిపోయిందండి, గ్యాస్ బుక్ చేసావా, కూరగాయలు తెచ్చావా, కాఫీ పొడి నేను అన్నంగా చెప్పాను, అప్పుడేమవుతుంది, మ్యాచ్ మండిపోతుంది, అంతే కదా. సో ద క్వశ్చన్ ఇస్, వేర్ స్మాల్ థింగ్స్ యూ అండర్స్టాండ్ అట్ దట్ పాయింట్ ఆఫ్ టైమ్ హీ రిక్వైర్స్ సమ్ బ్రేక్, యూ గివ్ ఇట్ దట్. ఇట్స్ నాట్ దట్ యూ ఆర్ యాక్సెప్టింగ్. The question is, you are not, everybody says many of the times the ego problem comes. All of us say whether I have to, no, compromise my ego. I never say compromise. Only you have to balance your ego. Ego is essential for everybody. You have to require, and she also needs. Everybody requires, even if you are a small child and, even your daughter or son, they require. And today's, you see, the more educated, more independent they are. Please understand that. More educated, more mature, and less control. Fundamental principles in management is higher the maturity, lesser the control. But whereas we have learned more control, irrespective of the maturity, we started using the treatment what we were treated by our parents to the same child. When he is growing up, he doesn't accept that, because his knowledge levels are far, far superior than you also. Many of the times you only shout when he is asking. In Chandrayaan, when he is seeing, what is this study, this moon, why it is going, this rocket is not launching, because you don't have any answer. So don't disturb me. That is the only answer I got. Don't waste my time, don't disturb me. You got all silly questions, because all questions I do not know. So that's what it is. You need not know also. The question is, knowledge levels are different. So higher the education, higher the maturity, lesser the control is the fundamental principle in the management. Same thing applies in the practical life also. That has to be there. So, but the fundamentals of life, fundamentals of management are very, very essential. One small thing is the value based. Actually, there are accepted patterns we considered as a value system. One of the, one mother, one quite energetic mother, she has taken a 4 years naughty boy along with her for a shopping. She has done her shopping, she has come back home, and when she has putting all the things inside the house, the boy also has took out 4 erasers, no, from the pocket, and showing to the mummy, see that 4 erasers. She said, I have not paid for that. Where from? No mummy, I have taken from there. So what should be the reaction? What should be the reaction of a mummy? It's not right. Okay. But how many times really people tell? One slap. That is good. It is. Okay. Then? Teach him not to. But there are some people who can appreciate also. Brilliant. Where from you got? Where from you got that? How could you do that? Really? Very nice. Okay. But this madam is very nice. What she told is, beta, you should not have done that. And she is a very nice mother. She further added, if really you require it, you can tell father. Father will bring it from office. Into the genes, actually, it has become a DNA of the people now. And those value systems, when you are talking about, and you are trying to be correct and you give a slap, it won't match. Unfortunately, it won't match. So that sort of a value system balancing and all, it is very, very essential thing it is. Yes, sir. So here there are 2 things which are essential. I am moving a little faster. there are two things which are very essential is in a relationship process. Understanding self and understanding others. When we are talking about, both people should understand each other's sentiments, values, whatever we have listed, temperaments and everything. Try to understand maximum within the less period of time, the more, including children I am talking about. As a parents, it is very essential for us to understand the temperament of the child, because he is not adapting to the world environment and world treatment what we used to, because they are more rebellious in nature. You cannot. That's why many of the things which you never heard is happening, even a small, if 10% marks are less, the people are committing. No, there is a little, people ne danta hai, then also he will do. People are scared if you do something to the child and treat them little harshly, what the child will do. That sort of the fear is there in the parents today. So that means handle with care. That is very essential for them to understand, and you have to become, earlier there was a different role to be played as a parent and a child, but now the child is not a child, actually the parent has to be a friend to the child. The more you become a friend to the child, that means your understanding increases, so that builds up a relationship process. With the same member, anybody you want to build up a relationship, that is more important. So there are two fundamental factors which are essential in the relationship process, that is understanding self and understanding others. Little bit light we will throw on these two aspects. When you are going for a shopping, Acha, you tell me, any one of you here, anybody really prefers to be alone or in a company? Mostly I am talking. Can you travel alone in a train? Nobody is there. Can you travel alone in a train? Nobody in the room. Can you sit alone in the room for a longer time? Sorry. Longer time.
With mobile connection, without mobile.
No, nothing. Not seeing Amazon. I am not telling about. So it's not about sleeping and all. Just can you, on a deserted road, can you walk alone?
No.
For a longer time? Can you go for a shopping? You prefer to have a company or alone? Mostly. Okay. Shopping we take it. Suppose you have come to Hyderabad first time, and the people are asking a long list of things. Okay, you go to Chennai shopping center and get a saree for me, something like that is there, and some dresses also you would like to purchase. Okay, you would like to go for a shopping today evening. You would like to, there is a batch of people attending the program, some 10 friends are there, and would you like to go alone or would you like to go with somebody? You finalize the criteria. Absolutely, that is your choice. There is no problem in that. But would you like to go alone or would you like to have somebody? There is somebody who is from Hyderabad. There is somebody who is having an expertise in saree shop. Would you like to have that person?
Yes.
In the group? Okay. But she or he may not be willing to come. Suppose we take both people, two male members are there. You are requesting him, Rayar, you know the language also, you know, because I am from Karnataka, you know, from Hyderabad, and shopping also you know, roads also you know. Can you please come? That fellow doesn't want to come, but you will persuade him to come, isn't it? Ultimately you both have gone to the shop. Okay. And what do you want him to be there while shopping? You have seen a shirt, for example.
Selection.
You have seen a shirt, beautiful shirt. You have seen a green checks, with black dots, something like that. You ask our friend, what is your good name? Ratnakar. So you ask Ratnakar ji, you please see the shirt, how it looks beautiful to me. That fellow is really frank enough, really true friend. He looks at the shirt and also at you 2 times and then tells, this shirt and you don't have any match. Tell me very frankly, do you like it or do you don't like it? You like the shirt, but when he is telling very frankly the shirt doesn't suit to you, you feel happy or not happy? Frankly tell me. Again, yes, Nani, you are not looking. You say, this is the shirt. I've seen in TV also. Tell me here frankly how it is. What you are trying is you want him to say yes to your statement. Convince. The next one is bargaining. After taking it, you know the local language, no? Can you please ask? So while going, you know the route also. So you please come with me. So the entire thing is for whom you have taken him? For you or for himself? The next day when you are going to Charminar and you don't want him, he wants to come, you say, no, I am going with somebody else. What is happening? The most of the time, please remember fundamentally, you require a company, it is not for others' sake. It is required for you and it is the necessity for you to have a company of relationship in your own interest. Kindly remember that. You are not doing any favor for establishing a relationship. It is only in your own interest it is. So take care of it, that when you consider others who are helping you, no, you are not doing a favor. In fact, others are doing a favor. It is.
Clothes for others and food for others.
Selfishness. No, selflessness or selfishness is entirely different. So the important is understanding one. First of all, you understand you have to have establishing a relationship either in the family or in the organization in your own interest and in your own comfort and peace of mind. That's what. So remember that others are important for you, not that you are important for others. It is a fundamental change of thought. That is one thing it is. Now, there are 4 questions. Anybody says that, do you know about yourself? Do you know about yourself? No, I am asking a question. Do you know about yourself completely? No. Yes or no? Or to around 80%, 90%? 80%, 90%, anybody? Raise hands. 90% I know. Yes, okay, very good. Okay, 10% you know. 10% others know. Okay. Okay. Now there are 4 questions I would like to ask. Just answer me. Do you think that you know about yourself, all about yourself? Do you know all about yourself? Just one question. Yes or no? Yes. Oh, no, okay. Anybody says yes? Yes, very good, excellent. You are also. Very good, madam. Yes. Do you know that there is something about you which you do not know, only others know? If that is right, the first question is wrong. Simultaneously cannot be right. If you know 100% yourself, there cannot be something that only others know and you cannot know. Just for. So, do you think that there is something about you which only others know and you do not know? That is one thing. The third question is, do you think that there is something about you only you know, others do not know? Yes. Lot of. Only occasionally it comes out. There is a 4th column in our personality. There is something about us which neither I know nor anybody knows. Is it possible? Yeah. Please think carefully. Please react, no problem.
Many. 90% you don't know yourself, others don't know you.
Let youngsters say behind. Experienced people already they know. That's what. Yes, sir. Youngsters, please. Anybody? Do you think that there is something neither you know nor anybody knows? That means why it is told is many people, including even Amitabh Bachchan type of a person, when he was working as a marketing man, he never knew he is going to become a. Many singers, Akshay Kumar, when he was doing Hong Kong and all, serving in a hotel, knowing karate and all, never thought he is. Like that, many people, even Isha Foundation, Guruji, when he was young. So, like that, many of the personalities, they never knew that it is going to happen, it is. So, why that particular area to be known to us at any stage of life is that always you believe that is something positive in you which can be tapped. That means there is a potential which is not known to you, and there is something negative which needs to be corrected in you which not known to you. So that means all these 4 dimensions, the first dimension is very essential for building relationships. That means the simple fact is about you, you also know, but what you know should be known to other person also, then relationships are comfortable. Relationships are comfortable. The fellow who doesn't work at all in an organization, when somebody is having an important project task, somebody tells, sir, please give it to Raghu. Or you are giving a project to Raghu. He doesn't do, you are better not to give him. At least he provided a clarity, whatever given to him, he will not work. There is a consistency and clarity, fine. He has not created a wrong feeling. It is not known. It is given, that's why many of the organizations will be having few people working for many people, no? Because anything comes, only that fellow works. And again boss comes and asks him, please complete this report also. Sir, yesterday report is not. Arey, you will do that, I know that. No, you will do. But many of the times you understand, only performers will be punished, not the non-performers. Only performers may be punished, but not performers. Because non-performers, there is nothing to be punished. Because you can find out a fault in a performer. So the most of the times, the growth rate happens in an organization, in the society, in the family. The troublemakers will be taken with care, and submissive persons will be suppressed. Many of the times, many training programs in an organization, sponsoring is done. A good performer will not be allowed to go on tour, because if he goes, what will happen to the department? So that fellow is there. Sir, he has gone to Tokyo recently. Okay, send him to Indonesia. At least that 1 week we are free. No? Sort of. Some of the things, no. Some of the related things, we are looking at the things. No. See, these are the areas. That's why they are telling. For relationship process, there are 3 things which need to improve. That's only I will suggest at this stage, because that itself is a class. If you want to enhance your relationship, your open area has to be more. That means about you, the other person should be knowing more, and about him, you should be knowing more. That's what happens in a family for bringing about a harmony in a period of time which takes. When it happens, both understand each other's. At a lesser period of time, they will be settled more happily, more quickly, and more time it takes for them to understand each other. Lapses, strengths, positive, negative, anything it is, both understand about each other. The more quicker the period, that's what they say. Please understand the child today. Please understand your daughter. Please understand your son more thoroughly, and what he expects, not what you expect from them. So more you understand and trying to adjust within the limits possible, then it becomes easy for us to build up relationship process. Yes, sir.
This is Johari means.
That called as. How to understand others? This is the most complicated one. Just few bits. Sorry.
Before going into this,
Sir, please.
now you told about understanding self. Okay. Here, my question is clearly. Then in organizational level, if your open area is open area.
Actually, you asked a very nice question. I would love to say, actually, always I relate. You see, most of the time you see, all your management areas, you relate to Bhagavad Gita. No? Bhagavad Gita. Actually, nothing, entire management process is nothing but the life pattern. It is. And here, because most of the time you spend, nearly more than 8 hours, 10 hours you spend in office, and you come here, but your efficiency level, performance levels in the organization, mostly it reflects basing on the personality of the person here, how we brought up. So there is a very close linkage, and mostly the patterns are similar. Patterns are similar. You take any example, boss and subordinate. You know the knowing more and more the strength and weaknesses of the subordinate is the strength of the boss. The boss who knows more about their subordinate strength and weakness, that is the strength of the boss. Right. The boss doesn't know the strength and weakness of the subordinate, that is the weakness of the boss. It is. Did I answer your question? Right.
SWOT analysis.
Yes.
Boss is boss.
Huh?
SWOT analysis.
SWOT analysis is again a different thing. You go into a different area. But the question is, yes, understand others. One small example we will take and relating to that, you please react. A small kid is playing because the World Cup is going on, no? So in every house cricket will be going on with different objectives, no? Different objectives, kids whatever handy, they will be playing with that cricket. Okay. In one of the houses, so one boy was, after seeing Virat Kohli, he also became Virat Kohli for some time, and he has done the bat and something glass broken. Father is a very disciplinarian and mother is a mother's pet. The boy is a mother's pet. So, okay. So, immediate reaction of the father, what happens? Please be very frank. A boy has broken the glass. Inside the house he is playing cricket and father is very serious about. Father, he tells?
He gets angry.
He gets angry. What he tells? Generally, whatever way, please. Use, okay. Okay. That much language father should know. Okay, yeah. Yes? Is this the ground? Is this the cricket match? Do you think you are a Virat Kohli? Something like that? Always you do like that. He may beat him also, you do like that. He gets very, very angry.
He also gives a hit.
He also give a hit. Then by the time the mother comes, no. So the boy gets behind, no mummy. So what mummy will tell? Practically, please tell me. ఎందుకు తిడతారండి అబ్బాయిని ఇప్పుడు ఇట్లా ఆడబట్టే కదా విరాట్ కోహ్లీ ఇప్పుడు అట్లా ఆడుతున్నాడు పర్లేవాళ్ళు సార్ మీరు and just he tries to protect, then more and more she tries to protect, the father gets angry or more angry he gets. So that where it leads, that is entirely different thing. It started with a ball and broken glass, but where it leads is an entirely different issue. So it goes like that. A subordinate, change the scene. A subordinate who is a very in organizational context, when a subordinate is a notorious fellow, he comes to the office some half an hour late. The boss shouts at him, okay, what do you mean every day you come late? Is this the time to come? So it's not the way. So half day wages will be cut and you go home. So a notorious subordinate, what he will answer? Notorious. Submissive subordinate, what he will tell? Sorry sir, late అయిపోయింది బస్ దొరకలేదు సార్ నువ్వు రోజు ఇట్లా చెప్తావా నువ్వు యు ఆర్ యూస్లెస్ ఫెలో వాట్ ఎవర్ లాంగ్వేజ్ యు ఆర్ హ్యావింగ్ ఒకాబులరీ సారీ సార్ యూ విల్ టెల్ ఓకే సో ఆఫ్టర్ సమ్ టైమ్ వెన్ హీ ఈజ్ ఎగ్జాస్టెడ్ నో ఓకే ప్లీజ్ గో టు వర్క్ దట్ ఓవర్ నో సో నోటోరియస్ ఫెలో వాట్ హీ విల్ డూ సార్ కొద్దిగా బస్సు ఇదైపోయింది సార్ రోజు అదే చెప్తావా సార్ రోజు బస్ ఫెయిల్ అవుతే నేనేం చేయను సార్ ఏంటి అట్లా మాట్లాడుతావు సార్ మీకేంటి సార్ కారులో వస్తారు మీకేం తెలుస్తుంది బస్సులో రావాలంటే ట్రాఫిక్ జామ్ చూడండి సార్ అమీర్పేటలో గంట సేపు సార్ మీకేం చెప్తారు అంటే అదే నువ్వు అట్లా మాట్లాడుతున్నావు ఏం చెప్పంటావు సార్ రోజు మీరు అడుగుతారు నేను చెప్పాలి కదా సార్ మరి తర్వాత నలుగురు చూస్తూ ఉంటారు కదా సరే ముందు లోపలికి వెళ్ళి రెండో రోజు అడగడు అంతే కదా but not the the question is, this is regarding when we are talking about, there is, you must have heard about the transactional analysis. When we ask a question that is a stimulus, when somebody responds, it is a response. When the stimulus and response, they are not contradicting each other, the relationships are cordial. The moment the stimulus and response they contradict, it becomes a conflict. Conflict it is. That means in line with what is expected to be, in that situation. That is the reason when you are talking about dealing with people is not a science. 2 into 2 is not 4. It is called as an art. That is because you deal depending upon the situation, depending upon the temperament, depending upon the mood, depending upon the condition, depending upon competency, depending upon the consequences. Consequences. What will happen? A notorious employee has gone to the administrative department and he was standing there. The GM who has come newly to the Hyderabad branch, he has seen him and said, what is this fellow? This is the peak production hour, you are standing here, please go to the workshop. Sir, kuch nahi sir, under 5 minutes I will go sir, voti ka mamla hai sir. No, this is not the time to go, you come at a break when you come. Sir, I am telling you sir, after 5 minutes I am going, no sir. No, I am telling you, please go. Sir, I am also telling, sir, I am not going. Then what you will do? What you will do? The manager, the GM who has come newly, but at that time, number of people will be gathering, to see the tamasha. And everybody knows that fellow, and very few people know this fellow. Sir, what is going on, sir? This fellow, he says, no, I think, no, you are not going, I will take action. That fellow has become very firm. Sir, no problem, sir. Sir, ek kaam kariye, sir. MD sir is free, sir, now, meeting is just over. Sir, please go and complain against me. Because this fellow is notorious, everybody knows. No, he doesn't know what to do. Because MD office is there. He gets into the MD room. MD is busy with many issues. Immediately he says, so, what Raghav, what is the problem? Sir, that gentleman Rajan is there. Oh, don't tell me all these issues, sir. Because that fellow knows he cannot solve the problem.
You have to handle all these things.
You are GM and you are coming and complaining to me. You are there for solving these problems. You are here to solve the problems. No, please don't bring headache to me. So that fellow comes out of the room. The fellow is standing there. Sir, what MD told, sir? What MD told, sir? Sir, that's why I am telling, sir, please you mind your business. No, I mind my business. The question is, at that point of time, otherwise if we insist further on telling, within no time the many people will be gathering and there will be different scene altogether which really didn't happen can happen. No, ultimately all the people can tell this fellow has beaten that fellow, also can happen. And all people will watch for that. The fellow do not have any choice too. The question is, you know your strength and you know the opportunity, you know the situation and behave accordingly. Is the crux of building relationship process, no? And building the transactions. That means understanding others, mainly there are 3 aspects when you are understanding. Let us not go into the complexities of transactional analysis. I would like to say there is an emotional status called child, there is a rational status called adult, there is a elderly, nurturing stage, control stage called parent. These are the 3 levels will be there in every individual all the times. Only thing is at that particular point, one of these stages, because of the circumstances which has dominated, a child who is taking up the responsibility of the father running a pawn shop from an age of 4, he can deal with the customers of different ages even at the age of 10. A man with 20 years of an experience getting into the pawn shop at the beginning, he doesn't know any of the customers. That means the life has had the teachings and he has learned from the life situations and grown up. So that means these parental and adult and child mentalities always they require parallel transactions and not contradicting transactions. That means differences, if you understand, if you are controlling, that fellow has to be submissive, then it goes. When I am shouting, my child should not respond. Then I am comfortable. The child rebels, then it is a contradicting, there is a conflict coming between us. When one of the spouses gets angry, other fellow gets submissive temporarily. That means you are accommodating. You are providing time to, you are giving time to understand and come down. The same father who has given a slap to the kid and mother has taken the kid aside and telling father is must be tired, after half an hour you let him cool down, the same fellow will take the child and goes to the shop and gives the ice cream. That means cooling time. You allow that person to come back to normal. So that sort of is required even while dealing more so in today's context. This sort of an understanding is more essential for the people. Otherwise the straining of relationships are the more higher today, because we are not organizing ourselves and we are going in the same mode of what we were, but whereas the other person's personalities are changing so drastically, because that fellow is not a child today and you are treating him like a child, but he is talking like an adult. Sometimes he is like talking like a parent even. Daddy, you do not know. Many times you listen today. Mummy, you don't know. Which never happened earlier, 15 years back. No child told the parent, Mummy, you do not know. But which is common today. Now what you do is smile and leave it. Then how can you tell like that? Yeah, you will make sure that you do not know. No, that's what it is. So the understanding the different emotional state of the minds and adjusting, it's not that easy overnight that we listen here and tomorrow miracles can happen. But only the thing is, some sort of a conscious effort has to be given to understand what is the situation. The boy is in a different mood and anger mood. Very small thing I will tell. Recently, one of my neighbors, that son was admitted in this Chaitanya or something. That what is that one? MSET course or something like that. Narayana or something. That fellow takes from morning 4:30 to evening, for whatever it is. And this boy was, very playful. And after 1 week, the fellow ran away and came home. And the mother is very, upset, because thousands of rupees is spent. And another thing is, this is the career period for him, and he would like him to go through, because top ranking is essential for getting into different engineerings and all. She is worried. But 1 week has gone. Forcibly he sent. That fellow became sick. Then he was brought back. After 2 months, the child is brought back. Now she was telling yesterday, Uncle, I cannot force him now, because if I force him, mentally he will not be able to concentrate. So I would like to give a break. Probably he may be losing another 6 months or so. But my son is more important, and his future is more important for me. No? But how many parents will take that time to adjust and adjust with the condition of the child, which is essential. Otherwise that fellow will break and she will break, and the whole relationship breaks it is. So which has become very essential for us to understand the mindsets of the people, emotional status of the people, to establish that link of relationship is essential. That means more focus is essential, more seriousness is required for the people. It is not that easy, it becoming a complex thing in establishing good relationship in the social context. Change it, no problem. No. Okay. Now there are differences, or anybody say that we don't have any differences between us in the family, with the children, with the family, with the boss, subordinate? Anywhere is it possible that there is no difference at all? Impossible. Impossible is possible. Yes. Yes. The question is, how do you, so what should be done if there is a problem? Problems are bound to be there, that is the nature. So how we should proceed?
Try to solve with few parameters. Implementing few parameters.
Discuss and, okay. That is good, but how many people will be able to, you see, there is a fundamental thing, please. Many times you say, please discuss with them. Fundamentally, why the discussions they fail is, please understand, because other person, one of the persons, I can say, is not risen to that level of understanding of the discussion. He is not able to get your point of view, because he is not that much matured. You would like to discuss with him. It's not possible, because you make him educated and bring him to your level. Many of the times you say, you don't discuss with, there is a one fundamental principle in the management, don't discuss with a person much below you or above you. Why not? Why below you? Why below you? The same thing applies in the society also. You see, when you are discussing with a person who is below you, there is one thing happens or two things happen. Either you are coming to that level of a person or you are elevating that person to your level. Both are not conducive to you. Both are not conducive to you. 1 minute, sir. Practical life లో ఏమవుతుంది, either somebody is, you assume your superior role in the family. Father is superior, mother is superior, whatever. The child is inferior. So you would like to shout at him, that is your right to control. No, that's what it is. So what happens is, sorry, don't argue with the person who is the lower level. Either you are elevating him or you are coming down. Only thing is, you can afford to argue at a higher level. That fellow should realize not to argue with you. That fellow should realize not to argue with you. Otherwise, he will be coming down to your level or he is elevating you to his level. It is. Even he shouts at you. When father is shouting at, it is accepted practice, boss is shouting at subordinate. But he should realize when subordinate shouts at him, then it is a stigma in the society. Understand, when the child rebels back and says against a father, that he cannot tolerate. So don't allow that situation to rise. That's what they say it is. Don't allow. So that means, see, if you are not listening, fine, okay, we'll come back later. Give the time, understand him, calm down. So treat him at a different point, but otherwise it becomes a very difficult thing to. That's the most important thing is, no, understand the level and where you have to operate. That is most vital thing it is. So the conflicts are concerned, there are 5 different modes of tackling. Kindly listen to me, because everything happens to us. Every one of us go through the problems it is. So these problems, when it comes to us, the question is how to resolve, what is the best. But you realize every one of us, because of our experiences in life, has already reached a particular style of resolving a conflict. I am not telling whether that is a positive or negative or it has given good results to some people for some point of time, but not all the point of time. But that has become a style to that people. So that's where it will not work. But whereas some people, depending upon the times, they have also changed their style of functioning, which is very difficult for many of us. But the question is, we should know what these modes of approaching a conflicting situation which arises for all of us. There are 4 modes of conflict resolutions, which one is, the first mode is an avoidance mode. What is avoidance mode? Avoidance mode is when a conflict arises, don't react to that. So that means when somebody is shouting, don't react. So we don't accept that, no? What do you mean? When somebody is shouting, why should I accept that? Yes. So what do you mean by that? When that? So avoidance is a one. Many people think, no, that is submission. Sir, why should I accept it? That fellow is shouting, I have to give it back. No. Oh, give it back. Then what happens? You are resolving? No. The most important factor of a life, kindly remember, in the resolving conflicts, the conflicts are temporary, your life has to be continued. That means with the same partner, the same child, same spouse, same subordinate, same colleague, same boss, you have to continue tomorrow also. Whether you can make his life miserable, but you can't make yourself miserable. It is. You tell me very frankly, you have argued with a person for 1 hour and you came back and telling, sir, I have disturbed that fellow, I have given him left and right. You will be telling whole day, who is disturbed, he or you? You disturbed him, fine, but whether you are comfortable? Mentally you are not comfortable, it is. So argument is not to disturb others, But think about yourself, whether it is comfortable to me. No, when it is not there, don't bother about his comfort and discomfort, but at least for your own comfort, you take a decision which is comfortable in that situation. It is. So avoidance is a mode where you can use in case of a trivial matters. Kindly remember, which is trivial, you decide on that. You send a maid servant for vegetables, you are given 100 rupees, she brings 4 vegetables, and you ask her, where is the change? She tells, madam, today vegetables, tomato is 40 rupees, onion is 70 rupees, and you are asking change. Huh? In fact, I have put my 20 rupees. What do you mean by that? Where is the bill? So the best thing is where she brought it instead of you going and bring it. So thank her profusely and accept that. If you don't want to give, don't give it next time. And that is not a matter. But if you insist on that, next time she says, okay madam, you please go and bring it. She will not go. So that is not a matter at all for resolving. That is not a conflict at all for you. And why do you waste your time and her time and relationship process? And so the trivial matters you decide in your family, with your child, with your spouse, and many of the times you remember in your entire family life, most of your disturbances in the family are not because of major reasons. Most of them are only for minor reasons, silly reasons, actually it is not the silly reason. If you really look at, that is an accumulated. The silly reasons are accumulated. One point of time it bursts, the whole thing comes back. It is. So avoidance makes some sort of a comfortability in resolving conflicts, and kindly make certain percentage of our approaches has to be avoidance. Don't think that you have to fight back or react back. It is absolutely not required. Assess whether it doesn't make any much difference to me. Fine. Many times you get down at an auto, that fellow asks 20 rupees, you ask, no, 10 rupees only I will give. Give it another 10 rupees. Because you have come already, you go into the house, and with this mind you go, again you shout out your kid and that fellow shouts it back, unnecessarily. Many frequently, if that point of time, which is more important, your time is more important, and the amount also. Today's context, you look at that. Sorry, please.
You raised the exact point, sir. Actually, some geographical areas, mostly people have more practices to drain out the energies. So this point is really validating.
It is to be considered. The second point is, second approach which we have to do is, in the avoidance, most important thing is an accommodate. Accommodation. Accommodating means, please understand the fundamentals, that makes the life very easier for us. What do you mean by accommodate?
Accept.
No, please, still further. Madam? Accommodate. When that accommodating comes?
Receive. Facilitating.
Still. Actually, accommodating basically got not acceptance. Accommodating is because of some reason to accept. Please understand the fundamentals, then you know much better than me. Accommodating is really you want, you don't want. And the first show of a Rajinikanth movie, there is a call from SP family, Superintendent of Police. Suddenly at 6 o'clock and says to the theatre, "Arey yaar, suno Raghav, my family wants to see Rajinikanth movie." "Sir, it is full." "No, yaar, just they want to see second show, they can come." "No, they want to see first show only." What the theatre fellow will tell?
Accommodate.
No, what he has to tell? "No, sir, how can it is possible?" That fellow will show how it is possible. So what he will tell? "No, sir, you need not ask, sir. Always theatre is over, sir. Please send them." He will send them. You are not willing. But you have to, because the consequences are severe. Kindly understand, in our family, day-to-day life, there are many things. You have to do that, because just weigh the consequences. What will happen if I don't? Just give a minute, immediately don't react, and whether by accepting or rejecting, by cooling down or reacting, what will happen? Whether I should accommodate So accept it temporarily. Many of the times phone call comes during interviews, many of the departments. So what they will tell? They never say no. Sir, it is the call from RTO office, sir. RTO wants regarding, sir, आपका इसमें स्टेनोग्राफर का कुछ इंटरव्यूज चल रहे हैं सर? हाँ चल रहे हैं. अच्छा वो एक कैंडिडेट सर, हाँ अच्छा बताओ यार क्या नाम है? Actually at that time don't say no. You take all the details. Please don't do that afterwards. But that fellow will not come back and again go to the RTO and tell, sir, मेरे को नौकरी नहीं दिया. That fellow, he will not go there. But don't reject immediately. That's why there is a fundamental principle in the management. Never say no at the beginning. Once you say at the beginning, you can afford to say a number of no's later. You can say, yes sir, no, what sir, you need not ask sir, please send sir. But only thing is, sir, actually sofas are occupied. Can I put steel chairs, sir? No, don't mind, sir. Actually, I can put. Okay, sir, I think second show. No, no problem, sir. Still first show is. No, no, yes, second show based. Okay. Say, don't say negative. It is the family again relationship process. Many of the times, children they do the same thing today. Father dance. Oh, okay. Don't comb your hair like that. Yes, Papa. Then once he goes out, comb. And many dresses will be there. So, no, recently outside going and remove it and then, no, you go with a passion, no, outside. So, many of the people, even in America, I used to see, there is the, no, from the parents it used to come, beta, tomorrow, Mangalwar hai na, Mangalwar subah mein ye pradhana karna. Haan, mummy, definitely. Why do you say no and disturb them? No. Anyhow, you are not going to do. Huh? Let them be happy. If you really want to do, you do that. If you don't want, but let them not do. Because their sentiments, their values are there, respect them. That is. The same thing happens, understanding it is. Understand mother's sentiment, understand father's sentiment and respect them. That is accommodating. The third one is compromising. Compromising is 90% of us. 90% of our lives, they are compromising it is. Many of them, they fight against this and say, what is this? Why should I compromise? There is absolutely no choice for you. If you don't want to compromise, your life is hell. Not only your life, you make others' life also hell. The whole life goes like that. Ultimately, what do you want? The period of life which is smaller, bigger, whatever it is, let us have a life of comfortability and peace, harmony and happiness it is. If that is viewing at the cost of some value systems you generate for yourself which is disturbing you, it's not. Compromising is. What do you mean by compromise? Understand again fundamental. What is mean by compromising? Please.
Adjusting to the situation.
Adjusting to the situation. Then please sir, anybody from there. Yes, compromise. I request understand the fundamentals.
Agree to all conditions.
Agree to all conditions is not compromise again. Actually, compromise, please understand the fundamental, then it is easy for you. Compromising is, yes, both agreeing to adjust to the next level of their desire. I really want this, but it is not possible. I come down only if you come down. You come down. So both agree to come down, that means temporarily nobody feels they have lost. Otherwise, always what happens, one win, one lose. No, that will not be there in a compromise. You give a feeling. Many of the management negotiations you do with the union. अरे यार हम कुछ कम करते हैं, तुम भी थोड़ा come down, no, like that. The family also you have to do. Compromising is, अरे यार ठीक है यार, this time, no, next exam I will give you scooter, no, but this year no, okay, this time cycle, okay, agreed. Like that it is. So that's agreeing, both of the people agreeing to the next level of agreement. So that means nobody gets a hurt feeling, the harmony still remains it is. That is most important in the compromise. Then the next one is a control. That is called competition it is. Actually it is a must for every one of us to have in a resolving competence. When it has to be is more important is, when it is a vital, when it is a setting a bad standard, it is not good for the future of relationship, then you do that. A child has done a theft. That is the time you have to condemn him and tell, no, this is not acceptable. A subordinate has misbehaved, which is not good for the organization. Take a rigorous action. No compromise on that. No compromise on that but one has to realize in a personal life, this stand of win or lose in a family situation by the spouse, husband or wife has to be taken when your avoidance and accommodation fails. Kindly remember this. This is most crucial. You tried to avoid, it didn't work. You tried to accommodate, still it didn't work. Then you take a stand. No, I won't accept this. Whatever it is. Whatever happens, I take this stand. That is an extreme step it is. But don't take that as a culture and as a habit for everything. No, I don't change. Most of us stick to one style of functioning. That style won't change irrespective of the situation. That's why relationships cannot be maintained. It is. Only when it is not avoidance, not accommodated, not compromised, then you do that. It is. Control is the last resort. The last one is an ideal one is collaboration. Collaboration is a mutual benefit. It is. I also benefit, you also benefit. Like that it is. It is. I do. Both accept to gain together. That's how. The Hero and Honda join together. No? What do you mean? The collaboration is both gain profits, both get an image like that. So you both come together, both don't get disturbed, and it is a mutually beneficial, both of you. That sort of a point has to be taken in a collaborative point of view. So these are few aspects of resolving a conflict where it can help in establishing relationship. Only the fundamentals once you accept, I think that will be so nice to us to have some sort of a peaceful life, whatever small life we lead. No? And in spite of all the disturbances we got and stress and strain in the personal life and official life and hectic life, it is there. Better to have some peace of mind within the small family in which we are living. That is most essential for us. I think these are some of the points. If any point is useful to you, when you go back and think about that, please do that and get some peace of mind. That's what I think. Thanks a lot for listening to me.